Are you tired of yourself? You're sick of that negative thoughts that constantly playing in your mind? Are you stuck in a rut and thinking, actually, I wish I had all of the energy and motivation to get things done? Well, I've been there, and I've made the action that actually I'm sick of seeing me just doing nothing and surrounded with all of my goals and ambitions, and then get analysis paralysis and never get anything done. And I thought, no, actually, Lynn, I'm sick of you doing that. And yes, my negative thought can just tell me, who am I to giving advice about inspirational thoughts and actions? Am I just a liar and just saying it and not taking the action? Maybe I need to stop recording because no one's gonna believe in what I say. But actually, I can switch that to shift me and get out of that rut, because I do not want to stay in that negative loop any longer. And it's never too late to make a start. So today I'm starting again to share my experience of how I get myself out of the rut. I guess going back to the journey, it is all start with the negative thoughts and the fear of what other people will say. Coming back from reflecting on my own journey, when I started this channel, I was sharing all of my experience and the enthusiasm that I had with pharmacy. And my life was all about eat, sleep, pharmacy and repeat. And now I'm living the dream of being a pharmacist. But actually, when I open up the curtain, there are so many other opportunities and challenges that I want to do. And yes, maybe at 18, being a pharmacist was everything I ever wanted. But what if I have changed, and it's okay to change? And I was worried that people would say, why did you change? You've got a good stable job and you're helping people, that you spend 10 years of your life working in pharmacy setting. Why making significant change and shift out to do something that you might not become success in that? What if you fail? And yet my gym would believe that I might not be very good at that, and that I should just be a pharmacist for the rest of my life, and I should not change. I was stuck with worries that other people might think, what if I start this YouTube channel and I fail? What if I start working as a digital nomad, then I fail? Would my peers who went to university laughed at me? Would my colleague who in a job where I was with laughed at me because I quit my job to pursue something that I'm passionate in, to not be surrounded with repetitive tasks? Okay, I might not become successful at that, whatever path that I've decided, but at least I give it a shot, and I will die with zero regret. All of a sudden, I just had that shift in my mind. And funny enough, I actually have done a video on to stop worry about what other people think. Again, I just need to stop being a hypocrite and practice what I preach, and learn and remind myself that who cares what other people think? Everybody have their own problem that they need to worry about. No one have it easy in life, and no one have the time or mental space to worry about my own problem. And I just need to get a grip and overcome that and take the action like I always need to do, and start moving forward toward whatever I believe and I feel inspired to take action. The next journey of getting out of a rut probably will be to letting go of the past, my past, and find my new identity. And the next step that I did to get out of the rut, probably to let go of the past and learn to build a new identity. So I let go of the fact that I can only be a pharmacist only, and I let go of everything, all of the trauma, I guess, that I had on my last job. And I came across with a concept in that you had that dream, and in that dream you see everybody that you love, all of your relatives, your family, so everyone was in tier and surrounded box, and you see yourself in that box. What do you want people to say about yourself? And I want people to tell myself that I am a curious person, and that I am happy and chirpy, and that I always want to learn to improve myself and push myself and inspire other people who had gone through the same struggle, that I was brave enough to try to have so many identity. And that's what I want people to say at my funeral. and I want to visualize what my ideal future would look like. And I guess I start using the lesson that I've learned from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People to begin with an end in mind, to visualize what identity that I want to build. I could be a part-time pharmacist, a part-time investor, so I started looking into property and looking into investing in stock market. I've always been investing my money, but before it was just looking at getting the easy option, using it as passive income. But what if I want to look into it a bit more and start actually picking up individual stocks that require me to study it, instead of just stay in the box mindlessly checking 2 boxes, because all of that description I have seen time and time again. I just miss that mental challenge for my mind. I can't remember there's a day that I have had a headache. My brain was in autopilot. I wasn't challenged. I need to look for a job. If this job doesn't give me enough stimulations, then I need to look for another job. Reflecting on my experience of working as a local pharmacist, I was trading my time for money, sell my time for whoever with the higher bidder, and to get paid by hours instead of getting paid by my knowledge. Again, using the lesson that I've learned from the Almanac of Rava Ravikant, we just think of it as a job that we get paid by hour, then your input is correlate strictly with your output. And the moment that I am sick, the moment that I do not get to go to work, I don't get paid. But why don't I not shift the mindset and learn to create a job instead of working for someone? I have people work for me. And let's recap over the quote of my favorite book, The Almanac of Rava Ravikant. If you don't own equity, you do not own the path toward financial freedom. And just think of that for a moment. Equity here, whether it's your business, and that's something that I don't know anything about, because at school we would just do what we are told. We were just taught to be a component in a big machine. If you asking me how to do that right now, I won't be able to give you an answer, but I can give myself a time and a space and the belief that I can make it happen, and maybe someday I will be able to tell you that. So the next step in my journey of getting out of this rut, probably learn to reflect or just read over my reflections, because at a certain time when I have to confront the negative belief. But if I just let that negative belief taken over to stop me from taking the action, I would have not had where I am today. Reflecting on achieving my pharmacy degree, like the dream of being a pharmacist, if I did not push myself to learn English, to pass all of the English tests and all of the exam at university, I would just be a nail technician, because that seemed to be the default life of a lot of Vietnamese people that managed to survive in the UK. Yes, it worked for them. Yes, it's easy for me because I know a lot of people who have built a successful salon, but that isn't for me. So again, I just need to apply the same principle. It's just this time, the goal is just bigger. There will be a higher obstacle. I just need to learn to jump a little higher. And I guess for me, just my little thing that I told myself, that if I'm at work, my neck is literally in this position because I need to look down. I don't know why in the community pharmacy, the bench is so low that you had to constantly looking down like this to check a prescription. Why did they not just make it a little bit higher to support the posture? And I just had that silly analogy that I need to change my career so that I'm not just looking down like this all the time. I need to raise my chin and look direct, or just find a career that I can just look directly. First of all, to fix my posture, and secondly, just to raise my chin up to look at other possibility that's coming out for me. And the final steps that I've done to help me get out of the rut would be actually learn to understand how our brain is wired and what we can do to give us the motivation, the energy to get going. From what I understand about our brain and how it works, we get motivated by dopamine. Our brain releasing dopamine through sex, addiction, gambling, that's reward mechanism. I learned to unleash the power of dopamine, applying the neuroscience that I know about dopamine for my own experience. Stop recording because I thought I need to make sure that I spend this time that I've got to do something, learn a new skill. For example, I've started learning how to do trading, to become a day trader, and then I also spend time to get into property investing. Whenever I have time left, I'm just doing market research, going for house viewing. Told myself that I would just wait until I have a property under my belt, or I make a large amount of money through investing, then I have something to show on my video. But if I just keep waiting and waiting, then all of these big goals takes time to accomplish. And if I just wait until those things happen, it will be a long time until I start recording my video again. So I thought, why do I not just switch that mindset and record anyway? Because if I record like this, I feel more inspired that I can share my experience. I feel like my brain is currently releasing some sort of dopamine that keep me sustaining these habits that I want to build. Maybe somebody out there is interested in knowing the struggle that I have to face. Somebody out there might want to share the journey with me. So I switch to that mindset and learn to release dopamine through taking the action, the small action of me sitting here telling you that actually I haven't had it easy, and I guess not everyone have it easy. What if you want to find out what I do daily to help me get myself out of the rut, and my insight could help somebody out there who in the same boat to take action. And if you are in the negative loop like I do and you want to get out and you want to reinvent yourself, hope you find this video useful. Together we can rewrite our life and create a story that's worth living. If you are new to my channel, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can find out where my life been, where is that ambition will take me. And if you are in the same boat and you have any other hints and tips that you have done help you overcome these negative loop, these depression, the rut, please do not hesitate to put that in the comment below, and let's inspire each other to live an extraordinary life. And remember, it's never too late to feel inspired and get going again.